All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm Beebs. Today we got one case, 2024 Panini Select Baseball to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and we go live. Also, need to mention the no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Alright, box number one. Good luck, everybody. George Lombard Jr., Connor Norby, Colson Montgomery, Ozzie Smith, and Eric Pitoni. Thomas White, Roberto Alomar, Johnny Damon out of 49, out of 99, Noble Meyer, and Aaron Judge. What's going on, Matt? How you doing? Kyle Teal, Bryce Matthews, Braden Taylor, Colson Montgomery, and James Triantos. Luis Acuna, Alex Fleming, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, out of 25, Albert Pujols, and Chen-Ming Wang. Andrew Painter, Juan Ben Cho, Don Mattingly, out of 149, Dylan Head, and Bo Jackson. Top Century is after this. It is at the top of the hour at noon EST. Bud Selig, Ada Miller, Abner Uribe, and 26 of 35. Purple auto for Hurston Waldrip. Adam Wainwright. Matt, who you got today? Let's see if we still got the mojo. Carson Weisenhunt, Abner Uribe, River Ryan, Buster Posey, and Bill Martin. Ethan Salas, Sebastian Walcott, Jairo Iriarte out of 149, Bobby Witt Jr., and Heston Kjerstad. We're going to have Bobby Witt, right? Yeah, Witt, Pujols, and Adiel Amador. Gotcha. Arjun Namala, Jacob Wilson, Gary Carter, Evan Carter, and Colt Emerson. Bobby Witt was a giveaway. That was a pretty easy one to guess. Joseph Crawford, Mickey Mantle, Evan Carter, Enrique Bradfield out of 99, and Silas Arduin. Chipper Jones, Leo DeVries, Roderick Arias out of 199, Emmett Sheehan, blue auto out of 49, Robert Hassel, Drew Hackenberg, Steve Garvey, Robert Hassel, Brett Lauder, and Ada Miller. Carlos Beltran, Dylan Cruz, Lou Brock, Lime Green out of 49, Dylan Cruz, Adrian Santana, Xavier Isaac, Max Anderson, Steve Garvey silver, auto for Ricky Tiedemann, base silver, and Pedro Martinez. Owen Casey, Ken Griffey Jr., Colt Keith, Ronnie Maurizio, and Brady House. Adiel Amador, Ozzie Smith, Jonathan Class out of 149, Aaron Judge, and Chase Davis. Colt Keith, A-Rod, Paul Skeens, 25 out of 199, Judy Caminero, and Gino Gruber. Josh Knott, Chase Davis, Chipper Jones Silver, Willie Mays here, and Yadi Molina. Evan Carter, River Ryan, Jacob Mizierowski, Jack Leiter, and Craig Biggio. Grant Taylor, Nolan Ryan, Leo DeVries, Gunnar Henderson, and Mitch Jebb. Chase Dollander, Starlin Kaba, Bryce Eldridge, red for Yohanny Morales out of 99, and Johnny Damon. Automatically, Marcelo Mayer, Ty Pete, red out of 149, and Spencer Arrietty, Diamond Action Signatures, Redemption, and Jose Perdomo. Bob Gibson, Aaron Judge, Mitch Jebb, Dylan Cruz, and Yeti Cap. Gunner, Bryce Eldridge, Jim Palmer, Alex Rodriguez, and Jackson Churio. Box number 3. Hurston Waldrop out of Yalamador. Judy Caminero out of 199. Out of 25 out of Yalamador. That's a nice patch. Boom. And Caden Scarborough. Dylan Head, Ty Floyd, Matt Shaw. Bobby Witt, and Nolan Shanuel. Larry Doby, Rodney Maurizio, Steve Garvey out of 49, Ricky Henderson out of 99, and Jace Bowen. Brandon Maia, Tony Gwynn, Pedro Martinez out of 149, and blue auto for Luis Baez. 9 out of 49. Trey Morgan. Jim Thome, Jackson Churio, Abney Uribe out of 199, Joe DiMaggio, and Arjun Nimala. Robin Ventura, Cal Ripken, Paul Skeens out of 199 again, Cade Horton, and Yumin Lin. Phil Rizzuto, Roy Halladay, Lou Brock, Kevin McGonigal, and Marcelo Mayer. Carlos Beltran, Dylan Cruz, Luis Baez, purple. 80 or 90 out of 99. Spencer Jones and Mel Ott. Red Lauder, Ryan Lasco, and Will Warren. Zebra SP. Peter Martinez, Kevin McGonigal. Gunnar Henderson, Roderick Arias, Alex Rodriguez out of 149, and Paul Skeen, silver auto. Boom. Stand the man. Elvis Martinez, Bruce Bochy, Carlos Beltran, Marcelo Mayer, and Ichiro. Sammy Sosa, James Wood, Joe DiMaggio, Dylan Cruz, and Jacob Mizurowski. Box for 4. Arada Carew, Jackson Churio, Brandon Baez, and gold, Brooks Lee. 1/10. Judy Caminero. James Wood, Jim Tomey, Marcelo Mayer, out of 99. Jacob Gonzalez, patch. Kevin Alcantara. Juan Marichal, Sammy Sosa, Ada Miller, Nick Lofton, and Diego Cartaya. Noah Schultz, Takoa Roby, George Brett, Heston Kierstad, and Jacob Wilson. David Gonzalez, Reggie Jackson, Noble Meyer out of 199. Brandon Baez. Will Clark. It is every year, man. Braden Taylor, Gary Carter, Jacob Gonzalez, and Carson Williams. Silver auto. Jace Boroffin. Telling you, Matt, you would love Leaf Vivid. Roderick Arias, Rhett Lauder, Chase Davis, Matt Shaw, and Pete Rose. Bruce Bochy, Gunnar Henderson, Jim Tomey White out of 99, Connor Norby, and Maui Ahunya. Cal Ripken, Orelvis Martinez, Eric Batonti, Jackson Churio, and Kobe Mayo. Ty Floyd, Robin Ventura, Josh Knopf, Colson Montgomery out of 99, and Chase Dollander. Ronnie Mauricio, Dylan Head, Brock Porter out of 199. 5/10 gold auto for Adrian Santana. Nice. 2 golds in this box. Bill and Celestine. Tony Gwynn, Larry Doby, Reggie Jackson. Oh. Lost your Bryce Matthews, and Ricky Henderson. Matt Shaw, Lou Brock, Justin Crawford, Kyle Teal, and Mel Ott. Marcelo Mayer, Tommy Troy, Ty Pete, Jem Palmer, and James Wood. Zach DeLope, Roman Anthony, Junior Caminero out of 199, Ivan Rodriguez, and Jonathan Class. Bobby Wood Jr., Miles Naylor, Johnny Damon, 11 out of 49. Bobby Abreu, patch auto. Cool one. Game worn. Nice. Aaron Judge. Nomar Garcia Parra, Junior Caminero, Arjun Amala, and Enrique Bradfield Jr., Tommy Troy. Ryan Sandberg, Johan Santana, Ernie Banks out of 99, Noble Meyer, and Evan Carter. Eddie Murray, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Jose Perdomo, Spencer Jones, and Jace Bowen. Roberto Clemente, Brock Porter, Mark McGuire, tie-dye to 25, Ryan Clifford, and Nolan Shanuel. Tom Glavine, Noble Meyer, white for Starlin Cava out of 99. Ellie De La Cruz, silver auto. Take that. Ichiro. Nolan Shanuel, Drew Jones, Mickey Mantle, Chipper Jones, and Stan the Man. Kyle Manzardo, Jackson Merrill, Bob Gibson, Drew Jones, and Kevin McGonigal. Yogi Berra, Paul Skeens, Will Clark out of 149. Leo DeVries, patch, and Chase Hampton. Box number 6. Xavier Isaac, Max Anderson, Kyle Teal, red out of 149. Out of 99, red auto for Kendall George and Drew Gilbert. Roy Halladay, Hurston Waldrop, Jacob Wilson out of 199. Out of 49, Owen Casey, blue patch. Jake Geloff. Ryan Lasco, Phil Rizzuto, Billy Martin, Ronnie Maurizio, and Jackson Jobe. Roger Carias, Rhett Lauder, Ken Griffey Jr., Junior Caminero, and Heston Kjerstad. Bruce Bochy, Gunnar Henderson, Josh Knopf out of 49, Jacob Gonzalez, and Sean Sullivan. Cal Ripken, or Elvis Martinez. Mickey Mantle, silver. Auto for Carson Williams, silver. And Pee Wee Reese. Owen Casey, Ken Griffey Jr., Arjun Amala, Drew Jones, and Rafi Velasquez. Adiel Amador, Ozzie Smith, Evan Sheehan, Jim Thome, and Joe DiMaggio. Colt Keith, Alex Rodriguez, Roderick Arias out of 25, Ethan Salas, and Albert Pujols. Josh Knopf, Chase Davis, Austin Wells out of 99, George Lombard Jr., and Buster Posey. Evan Carter, River Ryan, Jacob Wilson, Rhett Lauder, Jackson Merrill. Carlos Beltran, Dylan Cruz, Xavier Isaac, and Kip Alderman out of 99, Noble Meyer. Box number 7. Tommy Troy, Ty Pete, Jairo Iriarte, Tommy Troy, Artie Banks, Zach DeLope, Roman Anthony, Don Mattingly, Mickey Mantle, red out of 99, and Alonzo Treadwell. Bobby Witt, Miles Naylor, Jackson Merrill out of 199, and auto for Maui Ahonia, silver auto. Jackson Churio. Nomar Garcia Parra, Judy Caminero, Adam Jones out of 99, Nolan Shanuel, and Goose Gossage. Yogi Berra, Paul Skeens, Frank Thomas out of 199, Kent Balderman, Tamar Johnson, Matt Shaw, Lou Brock, Don Mattingly out of 99, Evan Carter, and Rafael Palmiero. Bud Selig, Aiden Miller, Deion Sanders out of 149, Harrison Waldrop, and Joe DiMaggio. Eddie Murray, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Yadi Molina, Brandon Maia, Patch, and Mike Schmidt. Roberto Clemente, Brock Porter, Lou Brock, Pete Rose, and Jackson Jobe. Tom Glavine, Noble Meyer, Carson Weisenhunt out of 199, Ada Miller, and Heston Kierstad. Nolan Shanuel, Drew Jones, red for Josh Noth out of 149, Paul Skeens, and Sean Sullivan. Cal Mazzardo, Jackson Merrill, Roy Halladay, Pee Wee Reese, and Eddie Murray. Silver patch auto, 2 of 20. Nice. Box of 8. Louisiana Laconia, Alex Clemmy, tie-dye Tink Hentz out of 25. Louisiana Laconia, Mel Ott, Andrew Painter, Juan Bin Cho, Cal Manzardo, red out of 149. 6 out of 99, red patch for Jacob Mizurowski. Goes with Paula. Bud Selig, Ada Miller, Jacob Olsen Silver, Roman Anthony, and Marcelo Mayer. Eddie Murray, Enrique Bradfield, Barack Wilkin, Jacob Mizurowski, and Jonathan Klass. Roberto Clemente, Brock Porter, Gunnar Henderson out of 199, George Lombard Jr., and Aaron Judge. Tom Glavine, Noble Meyer, Drew Hackenberg, silver, and silver auto for Starlin Caba. Tommy Troy. Joseph Crawford, Mickey Mantle, Adiel Amador, Cade Horton, and Jace Bowen. Chipper Jones, Leo DeVries, Rhett Lauder, white out of 99, Bobby Wood Jr., and Jacob Melton. Drew Hackenberg, Steve Garvey, Chipper Jones, silver, Joe DiMaggio, and Nolan Shanuel. George Lombard Jr., Connor Norby, Paul Skeens, Marina Rivera out of 99, and Ichiro. Thomas White, Roberto Alomar, Chase Davis out of 199, Stan Musial, and Dylan Head, silver auto. Kyle Teal, Bryce Matthews, Steve Garvey, Dylan Cruz, and Kevin McGonigal. With I don't know what that is, but I don't like the coloring on it. Looks like a bad thing. Box number 9. George Lombard Jr., Connor Norby, Jacob Wilson, Roy Halladay, and Jairo Iriarte. Thomas White, Roberto Alomar, Evan Carter, red for Tommy Troy out of 99, and Adam Jones. Kyle Teal, Bryce Matthews, Brandon Maia out of 149, James Wood, and Jacob Mizurowski. Luis Angel Acuna, Alex Clemming, Arjun Namala, Bobby Richardson, Silver Auto, and Arjun Namala. Joseph Crawford, Mickey Mantle, Yeti Cap, Silver, Blake Mitchell, and Jackson Churio. Andrew Painter, Wanbin Cho, Trey Morgan, Ken Griffey Jr., and Trey Morgan. Bud Selig, Aiden Miller, Colt Emerson out of 199, Noah Meyer, and Drew Thorpe. Special from Walcott, Carson Weisenhunt, Jace Bowen, Brock Porter, and Ernie Banks. Arjun Namala, Jacob Wilson, Bobby Wood Jr. out of 199, little color match. Ben Sheets, 24 of 35, blue patch auto. Nice. Game worn. And Alonzo Treadwell. Chipper Jones, Leo DeVries, River Ryan, Noah Schultz, and Goose Gossage. Drew Hackenberg, Steve Garvey, Mitch Jebb out of 49. 4 of 10, Eddie Murray, gold patch. Game worn, and Ivan Melendez. Abney Uribe, Brady Taylor, Sebastian Walcott, Mickey Mantle, and Jamar Johnson. Box number 10. This one feels heavier for some reason. Like noticeably different. Owen Casey, Ken Griffey Jr., and Alex Clemmie, gold, 4 of 10. Maybe that's why it was heavier. Got gold on it. Double Meyer, Barry Larkin, Adi Alamador, Ozzie Smith, Mike Boave out of 99, 25 out of 49. Nice patch. Joey Luperfido. And Tom Seaver. Roy Halladay, Hurston Waldrop, Bob Gibson, Gunnar Henderson, and Ivan Rodriguez. Bryce Eldridge, Jim Palmer, Noble Meyer, Kyle Teal, and Junior Caminero. Colt Keith. Alex Rodriguez. Adi Alamador. Out of 99. James Wood. And Human Lin. Josh Knott. Chase Davis. Moises Ballesteros. Ivan Rodriguez. And Homer Bush. Evan Carter. River Ryan. Starling Caba. Jacob Gonzalez out of 49. Zach Veen. Ryan Lasco. Bill Rizzuto. Chase Dollander. Dylan Cruz. And Bartolo Colon. Maybe that's why it'll be a little bit more. Radicarius. Rhett Lauder. Eric Patonti out of 189. Jackson Churio. Luis Baez. Bruce Bochy. Gunnar Henderson. Kemp Alderman. Bobby Richardson. 15 of 25 behind Mike Bove. Tie-dye. Christian Beltran, or Carlos Beltran, Dylan Cruz, Avenue Uribe out of 199. Colin Huck, and Brock Wilkin, Silver Auto. Xavier Isaac, Max Anderson, Aaron Judge Silver, Enrique Bradfield Jr., and Matt Shaw. Box number 11. Evan Carter, River Ryan, Ty Pete, Yadi Molina. No interesting anymore. Carlos Beltran, Dylan Cruz, Bobby Richardson. Have yourself a break. Emerald, 4/5. Charlie Soto and Ichiro. Xavier Isaac, Max Anderson, Mark McGuire out of 199, Owen Casey, Silverado, and Stan Musial. Owen Casey, Ken Griffey Jr., White, Kyle Teal out of 99, Yohandy Morales, and Kevin McGonigal. Bryce Eldridge, Jim Palmer, Ryan Lasco, Trey Morgan, and Junior Caminero, Silver Auto. Colt Keith, Alex Rodriguez, Nazan Zanatella, Orange out of 49, Brady House, and Jace Bowen. Josh Knott, Chase Davis, Noble Meyer out of 149, Marcelo Mayer, and JD Gonzalez. Ryan Sandberg, Johan Santana, Aiden Miller out of 199, Ricky Henderson. And Jairo Iriarte. Grant Taylor, Nolan Ryan, Gunnar Henderson, Hank Greenberg, and Bryce Eldridge, Silver Patch. Chase Dollander, Starling Caba, Matt Shaw, Christian Scott, and Adam Jones. Don Mattingly, Marcelo Mayer, Yadi Molina out of 149, Colin Huck, and Jacob Mizierowski. Bob Gibson, Aaron Judge, Cal Ripken out of 199, Jacob Gonzalez, and Arjuna Mala. Final box of the break, box number 12. Good luck, everybody. Reminder that we do have another case of this up and listed, so look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon. Xavier Isaac, Max Anderson, Carlos Beltran out of 149. Out of 99, red patch for Kevin McGonigal. And Thomas Segesi. Owen Casey, Ken Griffey Jr., Takoa Roby, Braden Taylor, and Austin Wells. Adiel Amador, Ozzie Smith, Blake Mitchell, Jackson Merrill, and Mariano Rivera. Roy Halladay, Hurston Waldrop, Blake Mitchell out of 199, Paul Skeens, and Chase Petty. Ryan Lasco, Phil Rizzuto, Noah Schultz, auto for Xavier Isaac. Silver auto. And Jose Reyes. Evan Carter, River Ryan, James Triantos, Jacob Wilson, and David Wright. Carlos Beltran, Dylan Cruz, Colt Keith, Leo DeVries, and Christian Scott. Don Mattingly, Marcelo Mayer, Alex Rodriguez, Reggie Jackson, and Shin-Ming Wong. Bob Gibson, Aaron Judge, Luis Baez out of 149, Brock Wilkin, and Colt Keith. Bryce Eldridge, Jim Palmer, Juan Marichal, Greg Maddox, and Bo Jackson. Colt Keith, Alex Rodriguez, tie-dye, Gunnar Henderson out of 25. Nice. Nova Meyer out of 49, Sensations. And Adam Wainwright. And final pack of the break. Josh Knopf, Chase Davis, Cal Ripken Jr. out of 199. Francisco Velorio, silver auto. And James Wood. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Really do appreciate it. Gonna go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a second. All right. Got a couple cards here. All right. For the hits, Kyle Teal, Kendall George, Jacob Wilson, Owen Casey, Josh Knopf, Carson Williams, Roderick Arias, Austin Wells, Kemp Alderman, Mickey Mantle, Jackson Merrill, Maui Ahunya, Adam Jones, Frank Thomas, Don Mattingly, Deion Sanders, Brandon Maia, Carson Weisenhunt, Josh Knopf, Eddie Murray, Tink Hint, Cal Manzardo, Jacob Mizurowski, Gunnar Henderson, Starlin Kaba, Rhett Lauder, Paul Skeens, Mariano Rivera, Chase Davis, Dylan Head, Brandon Maia, Bobby Richardson, Tommy Troy, Johnny Damon, Noble Meyer, Frank Thomas, Don Mattingly, Hurston Waldrop, Jairo Iriarte, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Roderick Arias, Emmett Sheehan, Lou Brock, Ricky Tiedemann, Jonathan Class, Paul Skeens, Junior Caminero, Yohani Morales, Ty Pete, Spencer Arrietti, Diamond Action Signatures Redemption, Junior Caminero, Adiel Amador, Sick Patch, Steve Garvey, and Ricky Henderson. Pedro Martinez, Luis Baez, Abner Uribe, Paul Skeens out of 199, Luis Baez, SP, Will Warren, Zebra, Alex Rodriguez, Paul Skeens, Silverado, Brooks Lee out of 10, Marcelo Mayer, Jake Gonzalez, Noble Meyer, Carson Williams, Jim Tomey, Colson Montgomery, Brock Porter, and Adrian Santana, gold out of 10. Justin Crawford, Junior Caminero, Bobby Abreu, Artie Banks, Mark McGuire, Starlin Kaba, Ellie De La Cruz, Silverado, Will Clark, and Leo DeVries. Ben Sheets, Mitch Jebb, gold out of 10, Eddie Murray, and Alex Clemmy, Mike Boave, Joey Loperfido, Adiel Amador, Jake Gonzalez, Eric Petoni, Bobby Richardson, Abner Uribe, Brock Wilkin, and Bobby Richardson again, Emerald out of 5. Mark McGuire, Owen Casey, Kyle Teal, Junior Caminero, Nazan Donatello, Noble Meyer, Aiden Miller, Bryce Eldridge, Yadi Molina, Cal Ripken, Carlos Beltran, Kevin McGonigal, Blake Mitchell, Xavier Isaac, Luis Baez, Gunnar Henderson, Noah Meyer, Cal Ripken, and Francisco Valorio. And that will do it for Select. Thank you guys so much again. We do have another case of this up and running, so look forward to having you back in here for that in a few days. And if you are in 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century, that is coming up at the top of the hour. We'll catch you guys back here then. Gonna get that set up and good to go.